Well, hi there. I'm Colin and I hope you're doing very well wherever it is that you may happen to be. I'm doing very well. Thank you very much for asking. And in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the recent live performance of Gamehenge by Phish at Madison Square Gardens on New Year's Eve of 2023-2024. I saw this came out a couple of weeks ago, but I was in the process moving down here to sunny Australia, so I did not have time to check it out, but I'm very much looking forward to checking this out. So specifically in this video, I'm going to be looking at the first two tracks from The Man Who Stepped Into Yesterday. I know that they performed a song before that, but I'm a big fan of The Man Who Stepped Into Yesterday, so I want to get right in there and check that out. So cheers to you and cheers to me. So we're going to be looking at, if my mind remembers correctly, The Man Who Stepped Into Yesterday, and then The Lizards, I believe. And I think there's some interesting theatrical preamble, and I know there were some theatrics to accompany the music, so I'm stoked. Let's get right into this. I did review that whole album in depth on my channel. Maybe I'll put a link to that at the end of this. And I have lots of Phish related stuff and music related stuff on my channel that you can feel free to check out. But anyways, let's pop this up here.
What the hell do you want?
All right.
And suddenly, after 40 years,
So I think here's where they get into the
Jimmy
Gamehenge.
realizes that his dad has been trying to buy him off with another pet every time Poster Nutbag dies, which is a lot of times.
See,
And
they
he's had
got the
it.
little,
That's it.
I believe they're doing the
Jimmy asks
theatrics in that
himself,
little corner of the
where's
stage
the
there.
nurturing older presence in my life? Preferably in female form.
And by the way, I'm going to be looking at the whole performance here in installments that are manageable for
Beloved
all of us.
actress Annie Golden, what are you doing here?
That's right! I'm Jimmy's grandma! Someone has to comfort the boy after 40 fucking years! Jimmy, I know you're sad! Give Grandma a hug!
And Jimmy thinks to himself, my dad is a gaslighting asshole. Why is dad so weird? Why is
Trey looks
this
like he's
town
enjoying the hell out of
so
this, by the
weird?
way.
Jimmy, I know you've lived in this strange and incredible place your whole life, but there's a shit ton about this town you don't know.
Yeah, Grandma, for example, like the fact that the guy who owns Harpua is the same guy who gave Esther the doll.
That is correct, Paige.
I'm a bit lost here, but I'm enjoying it.
Jimmy's cousin Reba, you gave a ladle to because you thought she had an interest in cooking, but then she started to make fake meat in the bathtub.
I think Fishman's reading off a teleprompter there.
Reba.
And I also know that years ago, this dude, Colonel Forbin,
Colonel Forbin. I remember now. It's all coming back to me now.
by getting the helping friendly book back from the evil king who stole it.
Wilson.
But that's not the whole story, Mike.
I'm confused.
I'm confused.
Hey, Jimmy, maybe this will help.
Is that the helping friendly book? When I first started getting into Phish and doing videos about them, people kept telling me to read the book. I actually looked
It's
for it.
time.
So this is The Man Who Stepped Into Yesterday, the first track off of the album that was circulated, Trey's Thesis.
It's New Year's Eve, and I can't let you ring in another New Year without knowing the real story of Gamehenge!
This is awesome. I was wondering what the light show is going to be like, because I saw them on their tour. I actually did a review of the show that I went to, and the lights were spectacular, so I expect nothing less here. Maybe I should have got myself a second beer here. This can't remember how long these two songs are, but I think it goes till about 20 minutes here.
Our story begins in a world out of balance, with a retired colonel on a suburban street
Oh, Forbin.
on Long Island.
Kind of looks like Will Sasso with hair.
Colonel Forbin looked square in the mirror and dragged the blade across his cold cream skin and thought again about the door. At first he had tried to ignore it, but he soon found that it was impossible. So on this morning, Colonel Forbin stepped
One of the organs is
through
being
the
played
door.
through a deluxe reverb with a digital delay on the top. That's cool.
Passing through the corridor, I came upon an aging knight who leaned against the wall in gnarly armor. He was on his way to see the king.
Oh, his dog. I forgot about his dog.
Wilson. He led me through the streets of Prussia talking as he tried to crush a bug that stirred underneath his boot heel. He said there was a place where we should go. So led me through the forest to the edge of a lagoon by which we wandered till we reached lovely spring. The night grew very quiet.
That really does look like Will Sasso, who does an amazing Jesse Ventura impression. You should look into it. Just Google Will Sasso, Jesse Ventura.
Said I come from the land of doom. Said I come from the land of Gamehenge, from the land of the big baboon. But I never ever go back there, and I couldn't if I tried. Cause I come from the land of lizards, and the lizards they have died. And the lizards they have died. And the lizards they have died. And the lizards they have. Told me that the lizards were a race of people practically extinct from doing
Semi-professional lizard portrayals.
He said he was once a lizard too. His name was Rutherford.
I'm in Australia and there's bugs all over everything, and lizards as well. Bhutan lizards, pretty cool.
The name before them. Their clumsy end was perilously near. The lizards would be saved, he said, if they could.
Oh, that's the book. The infamous book. Now I remember, Wilson has the book. That's how he secured power.
And Wilson had declared that any person who possessed it was a crook. Said I come from the land of darkness. Said I come from the land of doom. Said I come from the land of Gamehenge, from the land of the big baboon. But I never ever go back there, and I couldn't if I tried. Cause I come from the land of lizards, and the lizards they have died. And the lizards they have died. And the lizards they have died. And the lizards they have died.
You know what? It's a pity my son wasn't a bit older. He might really enjoy this. This is just good, wholesome fun here.
The helping friendly book, it seemed, possessed the ancient secrets of eternal joy and never-ending splendor. The trick was to surrender to the flow.
Yeah, man.
We walked along beneath the moon. He led us through the bush till soon we saw before our eyes a raging river. He said we can swim it if we try. And saying this, the night dove in, forgetting that his suit of arms would surely weigh him down, and so he sunk. And as his body disappeared before me, I bowed my head in silence and remembered all the thoughts that he had thought. He said, I come from the land of darkness. He said, I come from the land of doom. He said, I come from the land of Gamehenge, from the land of the big baboon. But I never ever going back there, and I couldn't if I tried. Cause I come from the land of lizards, and the lizards they have,
You know, I don't see a teleprompter in his field review. He remembers all those things. Production value there. Those things that you used to roll around with in primary school in the gym floor with. We used to play hockey with those actually. It was a lot of fun. Get a little hockey stick and roll around on one of those. Can't beat it. Makes my spine hurt just thinking about it now, though, to be honest with you. I don't think they would have had a hard time finding people to do this. I'm a big fan of Paige McConnell, man. More McConnell for me. I love a piano solo, especially in a band where you got a guy doing as much work on the guitar as Trey does. I would have done that for free. Tray face. I always think it looks like he's getting instructions from above, and he's just like, okay, okay. Beautiful, simply beautiful. I got a 2-year-old in there right now, and nothing in my life is as peaceful as this right now. Feels great. there, I would be dancing just like this, beer in hand, hand in pocket. Alright, so we are going to stop it right there for the sake of brevity, and because I don't have 2 hours to do this right now. I just don't, and I don't think you do either, so I enjoyed that. The production of it is right where it needs to be. It's just community theater enough to connect to the material, because this stuff is pretty old stuff, and this wasn't stuff that I think Trey ever thought that he'd be performing at Madison Square Garden. So to have it presented in a fun, lighthearted way, I think is absolutely appropriate and absolutely wonderful to watch. Let me get this out of the way here. I'm really happy that I watched that. I'm happy that I've finally landed down under and I've found some time to put into this, and that I can maybe share the experience with some of you guys, because I've covered a lot of Phish stuff on the channel, like I said, and input from the viewers has always made the band more enjoyable to listen to. I started my channel like 3-4 years ago, and I started a part of it called Getting Into Phish. You can go back and watch that if you'd like, but I'm pretty far along now, and I started, and I kind of had the attitude that maybe the band was the butt of jokes, and I thought it would be kind of funny to get into it, but I've really become a fan, and I've even gone down to see Phish this last year in Seattle. So definitely looking forward to what you guys have to say in the comments, and I'm looking forward to checking out the rest of the show. I feel like we've just dipped a little toe in, and there's a lot left. Let me just see how much of it is left. There's timestamps in the bottom of the original video, which I will share the URL to, but there's 2 huge sets here, and I can't wait to check the rest of this out. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this video or looking forward to maybe checking out the rest of this with me, please feel free to subscribe to the channel and like the video. In any event, you take very good care of yourself, and I'll see you somewhere down the road.